Well, all right. With all these instant reactions tonight, the one that I'm sure most people were waiting for, the Green Bay Packers select Jordan Morgan, the tackle out of Arizona, and I'm just laughing here, watching the video of the Packer fan get absolutely trolled by the Lions fan after the Packers made the pick. My dad and I were just talking. He says the NFC North owns the night, except maybe the Packers. So I'm looking here at Jordan Morgan. I don't know too much about him. I don't. I didn't spend too much time diving into the tackles of this draft. I know it's a very deep tackle class, but from what I see, from what they said on during the cast, was a smooth mover, redirects easily, and struggles versus power. So I love seeing the struggles versus power. I did a quick Google, check the rankings. PFF had him number 37 on their big board. Packers took him at 25. And here was the analysis. Morgan needs to get stronger, whether he's a tackle or guard in the NFL, but he has desirable athletic traits and fast hands and feet that bolster his starting caliber potential. So what I'm hearing is I can't wait to see Dallas Turner absolutely run over this soft boy in Lambeau Field next year as Jordan Love will find himself on his ass against the Vikings time in and time out. But all jokes aside, what's actually probably going to happen is this guy will probably end up being a Hall of Famer, knowing the Green Bay Packers. But what's actually nice about Jordan Morgan here is a very versatile player. Like they said, we'll see what happens in Green Bay, whether he goes to tackle or at guard. And Zach Tom, another guy that you could kind of move around the line. So Green Bay gets a little bit of versatility in terms of what they want to do along that offensive line. And when you have a young star like Jordan Love and you have all the weapons that they have, it's never a bad decision to go with the offensive line, to go and build up protection. Think about all the teams, a lot of the teams that are consistently competing for championships. It starts and ends with the two lines in the trenches. And Green Bay had some holes, especially a guard, heading into this draft along that offensive line. So they get someone who can help protect their seemingly future franchise quarterback and, open up lanes for Josh Jacobs. That offense is so explosive that I know people wanted Cooper DeJean. I know there are a couple people who wanted Kool-Aid McKinstry, but if you're a Packer fan, you really can't ever complain when you address the offensive line. As a Viking fan, I know it better than most people. We've had some horrible lines over the past few years. Now Jordan Love's more mobile than Kirk Cousins ever was. So that's the part of that is Kirk couldn't move. But there are times when that interior of our line was weak, and I mean really bad for a few years, you can't do anything. So was Cooper DeJean the pick? Maybe. I know there's, the Packers still have a lot of picks. I think they have 5 in the first 95 picks or 91 picks, something like that. So there's still plenty of time to address the secondary. I'm sure the Green Bay, my guess is that maybe all 4 of those picks wind up being defensive players. Not that the Packer defense is that bad, but just that's the side of the ball that you really want to build on from here on out after addressing the line. So, Cooper DeJean, I was starting to get the feeling they weren't going to move in that direction because it almost felt too overwhelming with all the people mocking DeJean there. You saw Gutekunst talking about him. Oh, and a lot of these GMs like to keep this close to the vest where they're not really giving away their picks. And the feeling of Gutekunst's messages when talking about DeJean almost felt like he was hyping him up to the point where someone else would take him that he liked him that much. So I was starting to move off of that pick. And Lions fans here are talking some trash, Packers fans. Our good friend Tom Monroe, the big Lions fan, of course, they had a huge pick with Terry and Arnold there. Can't believe he fell to 24 overall. Brad Holmes, once again, doing an amazing job. And we'll have I'm thinking after this, I might do a full NFC North reaction because we really did, our division owned the night tonight. It was a great night to be an NFC North. Actually, to be an NFC North fan, I don't know, but to be a fan of one of the teams at least, most of us walked away happy. But Tom says also, after whoever the hell the Packers just drafted, we are the favorites for the division, no doubt. So it's going to be fun watching Green Bay and Detroit. Though that's really who I'm expecting to be competing for the NFC North this year. Even though I do like what the Vikings did, I really like what the Bears did too. But it's going to be fun. It was awesome seeing Goodell walk out and hearing the boos for your guys' team. And The Packers do this though. So for everyone who's upset about Jordan Morgan, like this is sort of exactly what you expect from the Packers now in drafts. They always take someone who casual viewers just sit back and go like, all right, who the hell is that guy? But then he winds up being really good. I mean, look back over your past few drafts. We did it. We did a ranking of GMs just the other day during a mailbag, and we had Gutekunst and Brad Holmes up there because these guys just consistently make good selections. So I'd love to make fun of the Packers. I'm still watching the video here. The Packer fan with the cheese head on. He just has his head down, so disappointed. But most of the time these work out. I think the Packers track record has been really good the past few years. It seems to know what they're doing. So I'm just looking here on Twitter right now. Yeah, they're kind of getting roasted, but it is really funny searching this guy up and seeing literally the first description says Morgan needs to get stronger, which you generally don't want to hear from an offensive lineman. But again, that ability to move him around the line and to now move other people around the line as well to areas where perhaps they're more comfortable will definitely be beneficial. I think this Green Bay team, I know a lot of Vikings fans, a lot of other NFC North fans keep getting mad at me saying we're gassing them up too much, but I really do think it would be an awesome time to be a Packer fan. If you're a Packer fan or Texans fan right now, those are the two teams that it's really coming together there, and we'll see if Morgan works out. But if they get another stud, if this guy winds up being, this is so funny, these reactions from the Packer fans, but if this guy winds up being just a decent offensive lineman to plug in there, I don't see any holes along on the Packers offense, and that's one reason to walk away happy here. Is this unit is what I'm trying to think of NFC offenses right now. San Francisco and Dallas are really good, but the Packers are right up there with them. And again, points driven league. So I think it's a little bizarre because most people probably have no idea who the hell Jordan Morgan is. And to be honest, as someone who follows the NFL very closely, I don't really know much about Jordan Morgan. But again, if he's as good as some of the people are saying he is, or if that versatility could wind up being good, we'll see. But so we'll have a full NFC North reaction. It is really funny seeing the Packers have another pick where you just go, oh, what the hell? But we'll have a full NFC North draft reaction coming up. Just a night that we owned as a division. So it's crazy to think that this division went from a year ago, maybe, yeah, a year ago. We're sitting here not really knowing what Detroit is. Green Bay, we thought sucked. The Bears are the Bears, and the Vikings were really, coming off a 13-4 year where most people thought they were frauds. And I'm not gonna say we were because we were playing well before Kirk got hurt. But so where we are now with Green Bay and Detroit being Super Bowl contenders, the Bears are loaded up and now just have to rely on their number one pick working out, and the Vikings with a new signal caller as well. And, a really good night. I have to get hats off to Kwesi. He did a good job. This is going to be a fun division. And we'll see. This video is great. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. The Packer fan is going to be a meme. But that's what you guys do. You always draft people that no one knows, and then it winds up working out for you. Like, he'll probably be a Hall of Famer. That's what I responded to Tom when he said the Lions are going to win the division. I just wrote, he'll probably be a Hall of Famer. So, all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, for a NFC North draft reaction. And thanks again to everyone. It's funny, hopefully this reaction does well. But I put out a bunch tonight. Ziggy's out in Colorado. Jack's down in Nashville. Zach's working early tomorrow, so I was riding solo. Did a bunch of reactions. This will probably get 700 times the collective views. So if you guys could check out some of the other ones, that would be very much appreciated. But thanks again for watching this one, and congrats on the pick, Green Bay. We'll see if you're happy. Let me know in the comment section if you're happy with the pick or if you would have preferred Cooper DeJean or someone else. It usually works out for you guys, so you can be okay. See ya.